Привет everyone! Ruff is on the air. It's finally time to talk once again about the fundamental lore and world structure of Teyvat. The story that came out is incredibly rich and it's definitely worth breaking it down in details. Поехали! As we know, in order to reclaim the world from the dragons, Phanes created 4 shadows, which possesses immense power. After Nibelung summoned the Abyss into Teyvat, both Phanes, the dragons, and humans found themselves in grave danger. By the time Nibelung planned his revenge, Phanes and the Shadows had already populated the planet with humans and a thriving civilization of fairies, or as humans often call them, angels. It so happened that the main breach of the Abyss occurred in Natlan. This destroyed the main network of ley lines and put the region in dangerous situation. On one hand, the population of Natlan, whether dragons or humans, was doomed to resist the Abyss. On the other hand, the success of their war determined the survival of the rest of Teyvat. In essence, the tragedy of Natlan rivals the scale of the cataclysm of Canria. To restore order in region, the Shadow of Death, Ronova, helped create an artificial system that could replace the ley lines, of which very few remained in Natlan. This system, called the Realm of Night, was overseen by the fairy Yoartakutl, whose name refers to Mesoamerican mythology, where it is the title of 9 deities, Lords of the Night. It's also worth remembering that Phanes established a barrier around the planet Teyvat, which creates an illusion of a fake sky. In addition to the system of the false sky, Celestia controls the development of civilization and the fates of people through a technology that divides Teyvat's primal energy, known as phlogiston, into 7 elements. As you have probably guessed, this refers to the region and constellations in the false sky. As we know from myth and available chronicles, during Celestial War with the Second Who Came, Teyvat's moons were destroyed. These moons, among other things, are associated with Phanes' shadows. Returning to the history of Natlan, we now understand the greatness of humanity. I must note that Hoyer did a great job showing that the Archons in Natlan are not some divine beings, but ordinary humans. While we could previously only judged by Mavuika, now we know about the greatness of Xbalanque. A person who claimed the divine throne is arguably the most critical and dangerous region of the entire planet, managed to secure guarantees from the Shadow of Death herself for the future of their country, as well as part of her power, so Natlan would have a chance to win the war against the Abyss. Yeah, a real natural-born negotiator, a warrior, an archon, a leader. Nice guy. In short, a great person, an archon, as I already said, compared to whom the godhood archons seems like people know are going through a midlife crisis. Moreover, I've learned a little more about Ronova herself. It turns out that the Shadows are heavily bound by rules and Phanes himself, but they still have their own personalities, character and desires. Ronova granted her power not only to Xbalanque and future Para Archons, but also sent a captain of one of Canrian's military platoons on a mission. We now know this person as the first harbinger of Fadoi, whose body is decaying due to the curse of immortality. We can speculate that Captain will somehow pay the price of death instead of Mavuika in the continuation of Natlan's Archon quest and in the final confrontation with the Abyss. Again, it's worth recalling that before Ronova, we already knew that another Shadow of Phanes, especially the Shadow of Time Istaros, helped another Archon, Makoto Raiden. Additionally, it appears she may be connected to Barbatos. From this, we can speculate that the Tsaritsa might have some connection with one of the 2 remaining Shadows of Phanes, about which we still know very little. During the Abyss invasion in Natlan, we were shown that the forces of Abyss have some coordination or will. The abyssal sign in the sky above Natlan seems tumors marked with the seal of Gosei Tot on the ground. The community has already noticed that this resembles an anagram of Yog-Sothoth, a deity from Lovecraft's worlds, and Hoyo has already used this concept of the abyss, its will, and the deity Yog-Sothoth in the second part of Hankai, also known as Gansgelth. We're expecting Kenria to be packed with Lovecraftian elements mixed with Germanic Scandinavian mythology. And of course, one of the most epic scenes is when Mavuika temporarily pierced the dome over Teyvat using Ronova's power. We were shown what the sky over Teyvat really looks like. A shattered moon and a reddish-tinted cosmos. Together, this paints a picture of past wars of a truly planetary scale. On the remains of the moon, we see artificial patterns in the form of circles, suggesting that the moons were used by Celestia for their own purposes, as hinted at in the myth of the Lunar Sisters. Thus, we were finally shown the real sky and revealed new information about Phanes' shadows and past events. We eagerly await first the conclusion of the Natlan story and second new world quest to get a new batch of lore as we prepare for Snezhne and what come even earlier, a new quest with Dying Slave. I must say honestly that Captain's backstory was a little bit disappointing to me. We already have the captain of Kenria's guard, Dying Slave, a court magician of Kenria, Pierrot, the 5 sinners of Kenria, the Alberic family, and the others, but Captain is just another soldier from Kenria who retreated to Natlan for the Abyss and somehow made a deal with Ronova, and this probably has some symbolic significance, given that Tsaritsa and Pierrot, like Kenria, oppose the Heavenly Order, but Captain made some sort of deal with a representative of Celestia. It's still unclear, looking forward to more details. Thanks for watching, and remember, fight for all that is beautiful in the world, keep fire in your heart, to melt all destructive obstacles with the power of love and compassion. Goodbye, and look forward to a new story.